you testified that you had to get permission to provide this affidavit. And this is the affidavit that you also provided in the Zondo Commission. I just want to make sure, is the one that we have before us the exact same affidavit that you submitted to Zondo?
No, it is similar in certain respects because I was addressing different issues. So it's not entirely similar. In the Zondo Commission, I was responding to the allegations of Mr. McBride that says that, amongst others, I was one of the core groups of NPA advocates who are captured and who target people with fake cases. So I had to prove in my affidavit there otherwise. So here I've just been invited by this honorable committee to assist the committee with information regarding the investigations or allegations relating to what I have already described in my affidavit.
Yes, including why you decided that you should lay charges. What were the reasons? That's part of why you are here, right? To tell us what made you decide. And one of the elements is the security breach at General Patlane's house, correct?
Okay, yes, why I preferred charges against the accused. Not why I laid charges, remember?
I mean,
I did not lay charges.
You must forgive me because you are the advocate. I'm a layman.
Yes,
so when I say lay the charges,
yes,
I mean use the word preferred the charges, and I know that you were not leading, you were guiding.
Yes,
I'm still learning the difference, but be patient with me.
I just wanted it to come correct in the record.
All right. So preferred charges. So you agree that one of the reasons why you are here also is to testify on why you preferred charges. And one of the reasons why you preferred is the security breach at General Patlane's home, correct?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Remember, the security breach happened first, and there was an analysis. Thereafter, an investigations, a docket was opened where investigations were made. After those investigations, the docket was now sent to the DPP office for a decision. Then the deputy director then allocated the docket to a senior state advocate to consider. And then that senior state advocate, after some time, resigned. Then that's where now I came into the picture. The matter was reallocated to me. Then I studied it. I saw that there were some few investigations to make, and then thereafter I could say that they can make, they can be charged.
Okay, you must help me now, because the core of the whole thing is on that day where the allegation is also that Paul O'Sullivan and others portrayed themselves to be IPED officials. And this is when the security breach happened, not?
Yes, this is when the security breach happened.
So
but now, the docket, for the docket to be in the DPP office referred to there was an investigation of that security breach, where statements were obtained which substantiated that security breach in terms of statements, in terms of witnesses saying that we were told that whoever is an IPID member, they acted as IPID members, all that information in the docket then was brought to the DPP where we took a decision.
So then it was part of your consideration.
What was part of my consideration?
The security breach. It's all together, it's all one event.
Yes, but if it was only a security breach.
No, I didn't say only, I meant one of the elements that impacted your consideration.
Yes, one of the consideration, yes.
Yes, and that's why I was shocked when you said no.
Yes, but remember, security breach on its own is not a charge. I could not have taken the decision based on the security breach alone, but the offenses which happened.
That's not what I meant.
Okay, if you don't mean.
I didn't mean it's you separated and made and did a charge on.
Okay.
I mean the contributing factors that you considered that caused you to prefer the two charge.
I understand.
All of these things added up together.
Yes.
So the security breach was one of them.
Yes.
The reason why I'm asking is because I'm getting to, when I compared your Zondo Commission affidavit and this one, Section 74 in your Zondo Commission affidavit speaks to the report that was done for the security breach. In 74, you say that the report by crime intelligence does not speak anything about the security breach. Then in paragraph 82, you then say you never had sight of the report in your Zondo affidavit. That's the portion you left out on the one for us on page 32.
Yes, I left out information that is not relevant for purposes.
Now, I feel this is relevant, so I'm trying to push you towards that to say, I consider this relevant, especially the fact that in the Zondo affidavit, you say, Section 74, there's no mention of the security, of whether or not there's a security breach or there was a security breach. Then in 82 of the same document, you say you didn't have sight of the report.
Of the report of security breach.
That was done by CI.
Yes.
So now my question is, if you haven't had sight of the report, how do you know what was mentioned or not?
Well, I would have to get that Zondo affidavit because I did not study it in detail. In fact, I just used it to amend it so that it can fit the purpose for this.
That's my point. So if you amended it, then it means when you came to Section 74 and 82, you chose to leave them out.
Of this affidavit or of the Zondo affidavit?
The one you gave to us doesn't have 74.
Yes.
It doesn't have 74.4.
It cannot have all the all the paragraphs because I was addressing different
I'm showing you
objects. Yes.
One, I'm showing you that it's related.
Yes.
Two, I'm showing you that you chose not to put it in this report.
Yes, if you can show me the paragraphs that you are speaking about in the Zondo.
You should know because you left it out. You chose, I'm not going to put this part in.
Well,
so you should know.
So how would I know what I left out? You have to show me that Zondo commission paragraph that you said I've left out so that I can look at it.
This is how you would know. You took your Zondo affidavit, you say you only used it to amend,
Yes.
and then you chose what to give to us.
Yes.
So when you leave out 74 and 82, you chose, I'm not going to put this one that's here in here. You chose that. So I don't need to show you that. However, you can go back to your Zondo.
That's an amendment. That is why I'm saying
That
if
you
you want to ask me about what is in my Zondo affidavit, you can put it in front of me so that I can.
No, sir, I don't need to put it in front of you. I'm showing you that you have left it out. But
Yes.
you can,
I agree. I left some.
so you should know what it
out.
says.
Yes.
So you should know what it says.
How can I know if you don't put it in front of me so that I can compare that in
You already-
affidavit, I left this, it is
Okay,
here
sir.
in this affidavit.
Okay, advocate, we'll move on, but you already compared. That's the point. By choosing not to include it, you drew a comparison. But there was a reason why I asked that. Mr. Tlangwani, in his affidavit that was sent to us on the group, he alleges on the appeal, he alleges that he did not receive notice from you of the appeal. Is that true?
Partly true. He might not have, he did not receive a notice from me, but he could not have received the notice from me when I had resigned by then.
Yes, but you can't have an appeal without giving notice. That's in terms of Rule 42(1)A.
What I'm saying is, when I have resigned, it means that there is a colleague, a former colleague, who is taking over the matter, who is the one who would serve notices.
Yeah, but you the one who is challenging his acquittal.
The DPP, remember I have already explained many times that we do what
Just
we are
because
doing.
of time, advocate,
We are doing what we are doing in the name of the DPP. So it does not mean that Mashunga took the decision. If Mashunga is not there, another advocate is nominated to
yes, but
proceed with the process.
Mashunga instituted it. You see, Mashunga instituted it in the name of the institution, but you instituted it.
Yes.
Yes.
The DPP office instituted. Yes.
Did you go to the appeal?
How can I go to the appeal when
I'm finding out? Did you go to the appeal?
No, I had already left. So my colleague, my former colleague there, is the one who would have attended.
So then,
appeal.
would you know whether or not the decision was upheld?
There is a case law. It was reported I think in Safli.
Yeah, I saw it.
What happened? Yeah.
So it was upheld.
Yes, the appeal was upheld.
Yes, he's still acquitted. Do you know why?
Because apparently a rescission was lodged.
Yes. And the basis of upholding it was Rule 42(1)A of the High Court rules, the uniform rules, that he did not receive notice.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yes, I heard of that.
All right, so you agree?
Yes.
Tlangwani then also alleges that General Patlane signed off on investigation orders where he was a complainant on the January 16, 2017. Is this true?
January 16, 2017. I don't know even what you are talking about. I don't have knowledge of that.
In the case that you were investigating, that you are dealing with here, he alleges that General Patlane would sign off investigation orders on the 16th of January 2017.
I'm not aware of that, and I'm not even aware what the investigation orders are.
When you order for something to be investigated, if you give authority for it to be done, but you are saying you have no knowledge of it.
No. My responsibility was to guide investigations, which I did.
You see, the allegation that you made that Paul O'Sullivan was basically investigating his own case. Hlangwani is making the same assertion to say that General Patlane was signing off on things that he's a complainant in. That's the point. And you are the one who guided the investigation.
Yes.
Now that's the point. Are you saying you have no knowledge of it?
I have no knowledge of that, yes.
All right. Are you saying for a fact that Paul O'Sullivan has captured iPad?
Yes.
For a fact?
Yes.
How does he do it? Give us a quick idea. How does he do it?
Okay. He paid for the legal fees of McBride.
Yeah.
And then when McBride got reappointed at IPID, O'Sullivan was involved in leading IPID investigators, doing the Section 205s, receiving the information that in contravention of the IPID, the sections, relevant sections that I've already read out of the IPID Act.
Am I understanding you correctly when you say the modus operandi is he writes an email to General Patlane, he threatens him because of what he wants General Patlane to do for General Moon or Monsoon, what's the name?
Munu, yes.
And if he doesn't do it, then he's going to go after General Patlane.
Yes.
Then, if General Patlane doesn't respond, then he uses his contact in IPID to then fulfill this threat that he makes.
Yes.
So he then goes to the house to prove that I'll do what I said I will do in the email.
Yes.
And in this way, he's hoping that it forces General Patlane to deal with General Mosul.
Yes, because every step of the investigation that were carried out, most of the steps, he would leak information to Patlane and send him an email and threaten him further and show him that we've got this and this evidence. We've got statement from who and who.
And we know this for a fact that that is the modus operandi, because when he left the sitting the other day, he screamed to my colleague, sort out your loan. And the next day, the whole papers was full. So the question is, how did he know?
Yes. Yes.
Where does he get access?
Yes, that's the concern, because we have a person who does not is not even vetted, accessing confidential information. We don't know what other secrets of the state he has accessed up to now. We don't know.
What I want to understand so that we can deal with it tomorrow is that, are you saying that this excess of information that he has, which he's not supposed to have, confidential information, is the thing he uses as leverage to control whoever he wants to control, especially those in the senior or top brass? So he gets secrets about you, he will then threaten you with it, and if you listen to him, he then tells you as a senior police official who to deal with for as long as he has these secret information on you. Is that what you're saying? His leverage is access to private information, uses that as leverage, and then controls generals and officials, senior police officials, to then do what he says when it comes to who he's targeting.
I think that is his modus operandi, taking into consideration how or the conduct, his conduct that appear from the downloads. First of all, there was an instance where the driver of General Patlani, Alvin Dupré, was not cooperating with them in terms of them wanting him to include certain allegations against General Patlani. Now, when he had refused, his ID number was leaked to Sarah Jane Trent, and it was said, get something strange in his credit report. So they were obviously using the information that they have obtained as leverage against some people.
Does he have private dirt on all senior police officials?
I'm not.
Because if that's how he controls them,
yes,
then that's the
I agree.
access to capture. If the answer is yes, does that mean almost all of our senior top SEPS officials, generals, has dirt that only Paul O'Sullivan knows?
Yes, that is a likelihood. But what I can attest to is that that is this modus operandi. He gets dead against you, then may use it as leverage against you. That is what was shown.
What I'm trying to get at, if we look at it from the other way, if we have generals and senior COP officials who's not corrupt, Paul O'Sullivan has no leverage.
Yes.
Paul O'Sullivan has leverage because senior cops, SEPS officials are corrupt.
Yes, what I can say is, if you are corrupt, he won't have leverage. If you are not corrupt, he won't have leverage against you. But if there's something that he can use against you, he will definitely use it against you. So he doesn't care about the rules. He just goes out and obtain information unlawfully as he wishes, because you can see how easily he accessed credit information records of people and didn't see that as wrong. He said, no, I am allowed to do that. No lawful reason that he gave.
And I'm sure that's what gives him God's status in his mind, because he's all-knowing on everybody's private issues.
Yes, and I mean, he's everything that you can think of. On one of his statements that he shared, I don't know whether it is with Patlani or me, he annexed that statement as an A1, where he alleges to be an engineer. Then I later learned, when I was following, after hours, when I was following this committee, that he did not have any qualifications relating to most of the things that he. Then I was asking myself, how is he a He even said he's a professional engineer. So,
Advocate, would you agree with me? The only way for us to remove that God status, fake God status from Paul O'Sullivan, is when our generals and our senior officials stops being corrupt.
I think you are accurate on that one.